Imagine a country with a population so small that it cannot fill up an average sports stadium. Yet nearly half of the people living there are millionaire athletes, billionaires, or celebrities. That is Monaco. Monaco is smaller than Central Park in New York City, yet it's the wealthiest country in Europe. But that's not even the most interesting part. The country has a population of 38,000 people, and yet it has a GDP per capita of over $200,000, which is the highest in the world. So how exactly does a small country with a tiny population get so rich? Monaco's origins as a country can be traced to 1191, when the Holy Roman Emperor Henry VI granted sovereignty over Monaco to the Republic of Genoa. 106 years later, in 1297, the Grimaldi family, originally from Genoa, seized the fortress of Monaco under the leadership of Francesco Grimaldi. By 1419, the Grimaldi family purchased Monaco from the Crown of Aragon, which essentially solidified their position as the official rulers of Monaco, a position they hold till today. The turning point in Monaco's history, though, came in the mid-19th century, when the principality was literally facing financial ruin. Monaco had lost 80% of its territory to France, and it desperately needed to develop a new economic model. Prince Charles III, the ruler of Monaco at the time, decided that this new model would be based on attracting the richest people in all of Europe. And it all started with a bold decision to build and establish the Monte Carlo Casino in 1865. But the casino was only the beginning. The second step was to abolish income taxes in the country, and this happened only 4 years after building the casino. Now, this decision was part of Monaco's efforts to attract wealthy residents and to boost its local economy. And it worked, because it immediately made Monaco an attractive destination for the super rich. And still, that was not all. The third step was all about making Monaco accessible. Building an amazing casino and abolishing personal income tax is all pointless if people can't get to your country. And so in 1869, the same year income tax was abolished, the railway connecting Monaco to France was completed, making the country a lot more accessible. Now, this combination of gambling, tax-friendly policies, and accessibility all laid the economic foundations for present-day Monaco. Today, Monaco's wealth is sustained by three main pillars: tourism, real estate, and banking. So let's start with tourism. Like everywhere else in the world, tourism in Monaco is all about attracting hundreds of thousands of visitors every year, which is easy to do because the country is home to some of the world's biggest luxury events, including the Formula 1 Monaco Grand Prix, the Monte Carlo Yacht Show, and the Monaco International Circus Festival. Now, these events not only bring in high-spending tourists, they also generate global media attention, which reinforces Monaco's brand as a luxury destination. Today, tourism accounts for an estimated 25% of Monaco's GDP, and it has been a major driver of the economy in Monaco since the Monte Carlo Casino was opened way back in the mid-19th century. Then there's also real estate, which is another cornerstone of Monaco's economy. So get this, the entire landmass of Monaco is only 2.1 square kilometers, which is 10 times smaller than New York's JFK Airport. A country that small with so many millionaires means two things. First, an automatic scarcity of real estate, and second, an automatic spike in the prices of real estate. Now, the scarcity of real estate in Monaco has driven property prices to such crazy levels that the average price of a square meter in Monaco is around 50,000 euros, which obviously makes it the most expensive real estate market in the world. Because wealthy millionaires and billionaires are willing to pay crazy amounts to live in Monaco, the country sees crazy property prices, with apartments as expensive as 10 million euros. The demand for real estate in Monaco far exceeds the supply, which results in real estate being one of the major drivers of Monaco's economy. The third pillar of Monaco's economy and wealth is its banking sector. With nearly half of the residents in the country being millionaires, it's not a surprise that banking in Monaco revolves around private wealth and asset management. Banks in the Principality collectively hold over 100 billion euros in client assets because they cater to an elite group of the super rich. And all of this contributes significantly to Monaco's GDP and, of course, its status as a haven for the global elite. Now, put together, These three sectors, tourism, real estate, and banking, essentially create a diversified but interconnected super-rich economy for a country of only 38,000 people. But here's the thing. Super-rich people can get tourism, real estate, and banking in many places. The thing that truly supercharges Monaco's economy is its status as a tax-free haven. The absence of personal income tax in Monaco has been an absolute magnet for the super-rich ever since income tax was abolished in Monaco in 1869. Now, this blend of tax-free income and the wealthy lifestyle of the super-rich makes that Monaco stands out in Europe, attracting billionaires and millionaires who of course invest in local real estate, banking, and businesses, essentially creating a cycle of prosperity. But how does all of this benefit the local population of Monaco? The thing is, Monaco's population of just 38,000 people is not only one of the smallest in the world, it's also one of the most unique, because only 25% of these 38,000 people are native to the country. The rest of the residents are made up of over 140 different nationalities. But regardless, Monaco's economic policies are specifically designed to preserve and grow the wealth of its residents. For example, the government invests heavily in infrastructure, in public services, and also in cultural events, which continue to ensure that Monaco remains a desirable place to live and to visit. And the small population allows for tailored policies that directly benefits residents, from excellent healthcare facilities to top-tier education. The density of millionaires also creates a unique economic dynamic, where luxury goods and services are in constant demand, further driving the local economy. And of course, the appeal for high net worth individuals is obvious. Monaco offers a zero income tax policy, a stable political environment, and access to luxury that's beyond most people's imagination. From private yachts to Michelin-starred restaurants, Monaco's tiny landmass is a haven of tax-free income and luxury. But with so few residents, the government can efficiently allocate resources, ensuring that public services are not only well-funded, but are also exceptionally maintained. It's essentially a feedback loop of wealth, a small population, massive resources, and an economy that's designed to cater to the super-rich. But then again, being a wealthy but tiny country comes with its own set of challenges. Monaco's limited land area restricts expansion, leading to high property prices, which also necessitates constant innovation in urban planning. The government of Monaco is now forced to embark on ambitious land reclamation projects and to expand the size of the tiny country to create space for even more luxury housing. The economy's heavy reliance on tourism and finance also makes it vulnerable to global economic downturns. For example, a significant decline in international travel, like the COVID-19 pandemic, or a financial crisis, like the global financial crash of 2008, could both have outsized effects on Monaco's economy. It's also worth noting that Monaco's success is an exception rather than the rule. Many other small countries have tried to replicate Monaco's economic model, but they have struggled due to a lack of resources, political instability, or a less favorable geographical location. Monaco's ability to attract and retain wealth is a result of a unique combination of historical foresight, strategic policymaking, and, well, a bit of geographical luck, like being right in the middle of Europe. In basic geoeconomic terms, having a massive population is a major strength because it typically translates to a labor force that can potentially drive the economy. But with a population of only 38,000 people, Monaco is proof that it's not about how big your population is. It's about how smartly you play the game of creating wealth. And if you want to watch a video about the opposite of this, then you should watch this video about how China's massive population decline is literally crashing its economy. See you in the next one.